Well, issues important to locals are being discussed up in Carson City starting today with the first day of the Nevada legislature. And this marks the 83rd regular session since Nevada became a state back in 1864.
Well, senior political reporter Steve Sebelius has covered nearly every session dating back to 2001. Now here joining us in the studio. You were supposed to be up north today. Isn't that right, Steve?
Yeah, that's right, Joe. I was on a plane that was turned around on its way to Reno on Sunday. They canceled another flight today. That made it hard for lobbyists, lawmakers, and some reporters to get to Carson City for today's session. But even though I wasn't there, I knew what we'd hear. Bipartisanship, working together despite differences. Now that sentiment may not last much beyond the first day, but that's the way things almost always start. Every legislative leader from both parties took time today to talk about working together with members of the opposite party to make the state a better place. They acknowledged the obvious. There are sometimes big philosophical differences between the parties and even individual lawmakers on issues. I sat down with Republican Governor Joe Lombardo and Democratic Assembly Speaker Steve Yeager before today's session and asked them if they felt an obligation to bipartisanship. Take a listen.
I think when you raise your hand and sworn in the position you ran for, there's an obligation for the public good. Unfortunately, in politics, I think it's become more of a Hollywood endeavor and a celebrity endeavor and recognition versus doing what's important as an elected official.
I always think there's a way forward and a way to collaborate. You know, we run as Democrats, we run as Republicans, but you know, once we get up to the session, we're Nevadans and we're there to try to find solutions, right? I think it is a two-way street though, right? You know, the governor said he wants to work together. We want to work together too.
Now, as the newness of the first day wears off tomorrow and lawmakers tackle some of the toughest issues facing the state, we'll start to see actually working together is a lot harder than giving a speech on opening day. And while most bills in the legislature pass unanimously or with big bipartisan majorities, there are deep differences on education, dealing with homelessness, and providing affordable housing. The next 4 months, 120 days, is going to test that day one commitment to bipartisanship. And as the Republican minority leader in the Assembly said today, whether those 63 lawmakers can leave Nevada better than they found it.